Yo, yo, yo! How's it going? Video about diversification and why Mark Cuban, the billionaire, thinks you're an absolute idiot if you're diversifying. Rainy day, we've been with Matty in Ipswich to see one of the other companies. I was chatting with an acquaintance on Facebook not so long ago, and there's a topic about diversification, and the thing is, this is one of the most misunderstood things or subjects out there when it comes to investing. The public should be used as a contrarian indicator, and there's quite a few people out there, billionaires mainly, that say diversification is for idiots, just like Mark Cuban and also Warren Buffett. So Warren Buffett is normally the guy that is attributed with, good sound investing and, you must diversify, etc. But he actually said that it makes no sense to diversify if you know what you're doing. If you know what you're doing, it does make little sense to basically put your money everywhere, because you are thereby guaranteeing that some of your money is going to lose. And it really, context is everything. So you need to understand whether you're in the wealth generating phase of your life or your capital preservation phase. Now, if you're a lot older, then yeah, you are no doubt going to be in the capital preservation part of your life, where you probably have some capital and obviously you need to look after it. And yes, diversification is a very good thing to do, because you are, by definition, spreading your risk. Also, if you have zero inclination or temptation to do any active investing yourself, and you just want to park your money somewhere, thumb and bum, mind in neutral, then yes, please definitely find either buy an index tracker like the FTSE and leave it there for 30-40 years, or buy something where you own the world. Now, one of my good chums, Andy Craig, the author of How to Own the World, has just set up a fund, and I know a lot of people that own funds and run funds, and his fund is the only one that I would actually and actively recommend. And basically, he goes by the long and tried and tested method of trend trading and diversifying, but properly. And the thing is, most people get it wrong when they're diversifying. They think, right, I'm going to play with stocks, and then they'll spread their money in, pharmaceutical stocks, tech stocks, financial stocks, blah, blah, blah. And they think, right, yes, I'm being wise here and spreading my risk. Well, no, they're not spreading their risk at all. All they're doing is they're investing in one asset class, normally in one country, but they're spreading it in that tiny, tiny thing. Whereas real diversification is all assets, all geographies, all sectors. So you basically need to put your money in stocks, bonds, commodities, currencies, land, businesses, fine art, fine wine. I mean, they're the main sort of 8 ones off the top of my head. Cryptocurrencies, 9. And when you really go into the list, there's probably about 30 odd different asset classes that you can invest in. Debt base as well, that's another one. So you need to invest, spread your money in all of those assets, but also diversify geographically as well. So not all in the UK or the US or wherever. They need to be in every major country and every major continent. That way, if, I don't know, let's say the US blows up North Korea, some countries' assets may be affected and some may soar. And also diversified in sector. So as I said, if you're investing in stocks, you need to invest in all of the different asset classes. If it's property, don't just buy a house in one country. You can really mix it up with REITs, so real estate investment trusts. The caveat here is if you are in the aggressive wealth accumulation phase of your life. So if you're like me, I'm relatively young, I'm 31, I really don't want to be working like past the age of 35 really, and so I'm in the aggressive aggressive stage. And obviously everyone, whoever's watching this, are in different parts of your life. Whether you're starting your accumulation phase in your 50s, it doesn't matter. I spent the first 25 years of my life being an absolute naive idiot. If you are growing your wealth aggressively, then diversification is a surefire way to get nowhere, because the only way that works is if you basically put it somewhere and leave it there for a long time, like Buffett. I mean, Buffett, when he buys stuff, he never sells. He just holds and holds and holds, and it works. It really does. So you need to be insanely focused and specialized and an expert at your particular niche, whether that niche may be in property, land investing, business, trading, cryptocurrencies, whatever it may be. You need to be really good at that. So for me, I really consider when it comes to finances, I've got two main strengths, really. I mean, investing as a whole, yeah, but trading is really my core thing, and also business. And the reason like, for example, none of my money is in equities right now, at all. And the thing is, I know what I'm doing, and I can see that over the next couple of years, if not beginning this year, like, equities are going to take a massive tumble. I'm expecting a stock and property crash over the next couple of years. Technically I've said from October 2016 onwards, so it's slightly overdue, but yeah, I mean, top picking is a mug's game. So yeah, I'm not in stocks at all, because I know what I'm doing, and for me it's pointless exposing any of my hard-earned capital in stocks or even property right now. I always put my money where my mouth is, and I'm renting. I do not want to own a house, because in my view, I'm expecting property prices to tumble. Obviously, it's going to vary in different parts of the UK. I mean, there are pockets which won't be affected around the UK, but for where I want to live and where I want to buy, etc., and build, it makes sense for me to rent, wait out, and then buy when everything's dirt cheap. Also, I'm going all over the place here, so hopefully you're picking up at least one nugget. When it comes to cryptocurrencies, here's another thing. So obviously there's a million ways to really apply diversification to yourself, or whether you don't. But when it comes to cryptos, I would highly recommend that you do diversify in that crypto. So what a lot of people are doing are going, right, yeah, I'm getting into cryptos, and they're just buying Bitcoin. Or they're buying one or two or three coins out there, and like hoping to God or Allah or whoever is up there,
I'm God,
that, you know, those one or two coins go to the moon like Bitcoin has. Now, yes, Bitcoin has had a good run, but in my view, I think it is foolish just relying on a handful of coins. So if you are getting into cryptos, you need to I mean, there's a few different strategies out there. Whoops, I need to turn left. That was close. As in, I almost missed my turn. I didn't crash. I was never close to crashing. I completely forgot what I was going to say, but something about cryptos. Oh yeah, one of the strategies which I do recommend is that you basically turn yourself into your own tracker fund. So you buy the top 50 cryptos on CoinGecko.com. Done. Own them all, and that way you don't need to rely, you know, and hope that one of them's doing well, because the whole crypto market is going to eat pretty much every market. And yeah, it's a rising tide, so a lot of things are going to go up. So yeah, don't try and cherry pick. So yeah, I think this is not a very good explanation of diversification, but in a nutshell, if you're doing nothing and you want to be completely passive, yeah, diversify. How to Own the World fund with Andy Craig, or buy a tracker fund, something like that. Then you don't need to worry about it, and then you can sit on it forever. Or if you're in the wealth generation phase, then do not diversify. You need to become really good at a particular thing, and then focus on that, and then don't flip-flop. So as I said, for me, it's trading and business. Now with business, I freaking love business. It's ironic. I consider myself an investor and trader, But it's ironic that my favourite asset class is actually business, because I can turn £1 into £2 way quicker than I could ever do that with trading. I mean, realistically, to double your money with trading, it's going to take a few years, and that's going some. Whereas with business, I can double my money in under a month, really. And also, like, if you ever have any questions, or if you want me to do any other videos, please just write in the comments, and yeah, I will see if I can accommodate. And don't forget to press that like button. Oh, bit random. It seems I have 3 very loyal and dedicated haters. Nearly on all of my videos, I've at least 3 dislikes. I find that quite amusing. So whoever you 3 are, I love you. No, I don't. Anyway, have fun. Toodles.